My name is Caleb Feliciano. I'm the people director here. I do evaluations, orientation, the scheduling, and I give raises.
My name is Jayla Blaine. My job at Chick-fil-A is a team lead. I make sure that breaks are ran. I make sure that nobody's in a position too long. I make sure that the guests stay happy and my team stays happy.
I work at Chick-fil-A because of the culture. I think Chick-fil-A has done a really good job at intentionally growing people and intentionally creating a culture of kindness and care to our guests and our team members. I got started at Chick-fil-A about 6 years ago. My parents wanted me to apply to a corporation that that people enjoyed their job and they cared for their employees and their team members, the guests that they come in contact with. So that was the reason I started at Chick-fil-A.
I started working at Chick-fil-A about 3 months ago. I chose Chick-fil-A because it's my favorite restaurant and I love the environment, so yeah.
Chick-fil-A stands out because it invests on you on an individual level. I've grown so much more in leadership, in my knowledge of business, in how to interact with people than I have at any of the other food service places that I've worked, because they more care that you're doing everything well, and if you aren't, then why not? And if you are, then okay, you don't need any of our help, you're fine. But here at Chick-fil-A, if you're doing well, how do we do better? How do we get better every day? And where can we grow you personally so that you can grow in this business? And even if you are leaving and you're gonna go do something else, how do I make an impact on your life so that you can succeed in life outside of Chick-fil-A?
My favorite part about this job will have to be when the guests recognize how much we care. When they compliment us, telling us how much we're great and how they love our service and how fast we are, that really makes me feel great.
Celebrating wins, that's gotta be like top 5 feelings for me. Just whenever we hit a milestone, highest sales, highest car count, it's just an individual team member learns how to do something that I've been training them to do.
So what stood out to me about the interview questions for the Chick-fil-A interview versus other jobs are the questions are more on a personal connecting level. Who are your best friends? What do you do in your free time? What's your favorite genre of music? More on a get to know you basis than I don't know, this is your job. Why did you pick us?
I show genuine care as the people director and with a back of house focus by giving the guest a positive experience through quality food and food safety guidelines. So whenever a guest takes their sandwich, their food, whatever they ordered, and they eat it, that it's safe, that it tastes good. Of course we care about the people's experience in our restaurant. I think a big piece of that would be why we say guest instead of customer, because it cultivates this idea that this is our home and we're inviting someone into our home. So whenever you do something like that, you want to make sure that it's clean. You want to make sure that you're giving them good food. You want to make sure that you're giving them a positive experience, because if you invite someone into your home, you probably want them to come back at some point, or at the very least, not go to somebody else and say, "Phew, don't go to their house, their food's not good, they don't treat you well." So I think a large piece of that is why we say guest experience and not customer experience, because a customer is just another person who comes into your store. A guest is somebody that you invited. You want them to be there.
How a guest walks away from our restaurant feeling is what they're going to remember and is going to determine whether they come back or they stay away.
I don't feel like I would define very many days as a bad day. I think there are rough days, but those rough days are comprised of very small wins.
I define a good day as if everybody's happy on shift, if everybody leaves happy, and of course if the sales are good, but I mean that's kind of cliche. And then a good day is solidified by me when I go into hot schedules and I see that everybody voted the day a smiley face and there's no sad or grumpy faces. That shows me that we did good. It was a good day.
Often I try to motivate my team on a personal level. So whenever we're sitting down and the dining room or eating, I'll say, hey, you did a really good job on this. Like, how do you feel like your performance is going? And they'll say this, and I say, oh, wow, you're correct. You're either, you believe you're doing a good job and you're correct, or you believe you're doing poorly and you're incorrect. I'm gonna inform you that I think you're doing great. And just bolstering their confidence on a personal level, I feel, motivates my team in the back house.
Tell them that I understand. Like, if they're going through it, I understand. This position is tiring, I got you, I'll switch you. I just try to be flexible and let them know that we're in this together, basically. Chick-fil-A stands out for me because, well, one, the food is amazing, and two, you can tell that there's a real genuine care for our guests and even each other. Like, we care about everyone.
I think one thing I want people to know about Chick-fil-A is that we're striving to be a caring company, that when we come in contact with a team member, a guest, that we want them to enjoy their experience. We want team members leaving here happy to tell others about their experience with Chick-fil-A, to take the experience that they've gained here and bring it to other jobs. And the guests that we come in contact with, we want them to be confident in telling other people, hey, I went to eat at Chick-fil-A and I had a great time. They provided me with good food and quality conversation.
And I don't know, this is food, it's good food. I want them to come back, but not just because of the food, because of the impression that we make on them and because they know that we care.